What's up, geeks, nerds, and all that line between? I'm JustACommonFan back with a new video, and I want to do a quick video about Venom, alright? It's not going to cover everything, just my quick thoughts on the movie. This will be spoiler-free, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, you can definitely watch this film, watch this film. Well, that was very high praise of myself. Watch this video, and then you can go and see the film. I will include some spoilers at the end. I'll warn you first, and then you can pause it, go see the movie, and come back to the video. Venom, should you see it? Well, let's start with the bad. I am a huge Venom fan. This is not Venom, obviously this is Spider-Man wearing the symbiote suit that he rejects, and then Eddie Brock accepts, and then fueled by their mutual hatred of Spider-Man, they want to bond together to kill Spider-Man, pretty much. Spider-Man is not in this movie, and that bothers me because I feel like Venom is one of those villains that you have to have the hero for first. There's no there's no Lex without Superman, there's no Joker without Batman, and there's no Venom / Goblin, Green Goblin, without Spider-Man. So that kind of bothers me. The villain is pretty much one note. If you're looking for a complex villain, you ain't gonna get it here. His whole goal is to use his Life Foundation, which is a scientific company used to better humanity, as a front to harvest symbiotes in order to bond them to human hosts in order to send them into space. That's his whole goal. He's only there to be the villain and then to bond with the symbiote Riot, and that's not a spoiler, it's in the trailer, and then fight Venom at the end. So that's all he's there for. Granted, the fight at the end was pretty good, but he's just a one-note villain. Never was afraid of him. Anything, waste of time. Michelle Williams, two-note character, but a character that could have been given to an unknown actress, and they could have saved money and put it towards the visual effects of the film. Michelle Williams doesn't really use her talents here, and that's kind of sad because she is a really, really good actress, but they could have just cast another character here, and they could have played his fiance as well. The story is also pretty simple. Even when Eddie gets the symbiote and becomes Venom, he does not. This isn't a character study. There's nothing subtle or introspective about this performance at all. It's just, pretty much once Eddie gets Venom, it turns into a revenge tale at that point on both their parts. Now, on to the good. The action in this movie is top notch. When I first saw the symbiote form in the trailer, I was like, that's not really going to be good. But when you see Venom form on a movie screen in front of you, it is impressive. So the effects of the symbiotes in the film are impressive. Yes, I said symbiotes because there is more than one. This actually kind of goes back to the bad. There are a lot of symbiotes shown in the trailer, and there's one in particular that's yellow and reddish, and you kind of feel like that's going to be Scream. But unfortunately, it's not. So the only symbiotes you get in this film are Venom and then Riot at the end, and so that's kind of disappointing, and I hope they didn't waste those symbiotes, and I hope that we see them in the sequel, and hopefully there will be a sequel to the movie, and hopefully we'll see them there. This movie is carried by Tom Hardy's performance of the character, both as Eddie and as Venom. He kills it. The inner monologue and dialogue he has in his head with Venom that we can hear and he can hear but nobody else can is hilarious. And just the chemistry he has with himself, because he also does the voice of Venom, is really impressive. So it's worth seeing the movie alone for the action scenes, the effects, and for Tom Hardy and Venom's dialogue with each other. It is hilarious. On to the comic book accuracy parts. Whenever Eddie Brock gets Venom, he is down on his luck. He is kind of in a low point in his life, and so that is just like the comics. There is a quick shout out to Lady Venom, which is from the comics. I won't go into spoiler details, but there is a nod to Lady Venom, so that's accurate to the comics. The fact that they included Riot, I believe his look and Venom's overall look, except without the spider on his chest, is also accurate to the comic. And I think they did a very good job with the dialogue of Venom. I think the dialogue of Venom is comic book accurate and it's damn near perfect. It's awesome. Now, from this point on, I'm going to give you spoilers. So if you don't want it spoiled for you, turn the video off now. There's 2 end credit scenes. Yes, Carnage is in the movie, at least sort of. The end credit scene finds Eddie Brock going to visit a killer in the cell. He is apparently a serial killer under super protection. He's in a straitjacket. He's in a cell, Hannibal Lecter style. There's a cool joke that Woody Harrelson, who's playing Cletus Cassidy, gives, where he says, "Can we just forego all the typical serial killer things and get right to the point?" Hilarious. That was a clear nod to Hannibal, in my opinion. So very cool. And then Woody Harrelson just tells Eddie Brock, "Whenever I get out of here, I'm going to cause some carnage," letting you know that that's going to turn into Carnage, hopefully in the sequel. Now, the wig that he was wearing was terrible. It looked like a carrot top Halloween wig, so I kind of didn't like that at all. But it's really cool to have Woody Harrelson in the movie playing a psychotic killer like Cletus Cassidy. I hope we get Carnage in the sequel, and I hope we get a sequel. Also, if we get a sequel, I hope we get Spider-Man in this movie, because who else is Venom going to team up with to take Carnage down? Because Carnage is much stronger than Venom in the comics. Now, I have an answer to the spider on his chest. So there's a 5-minute tease at the end of the film that says, "Meanwhile, in another universe," and we are opened up into Miles Morales being chased down by the Prowler in the Into the SpiderVerse movie that's coming out this December. I think, because there is rumor that Tom Hardy has recorded voiceover for that film, I believe that Venom's going to somehow end up in that universe and be inspired by the Spider-Man and women of that universe to put the white symbol on his chest. This could also be a way to open up bringing in Tom Hardy's Spider-Man into the next movie. Also, they never mentioned Tom Hardy's Spider-Man or the Avengers or anything, but it's quite possible that that Marvel and Sony could reach a deal and that Spider-Man could also appear in the Venom sequel, because seeing Venom and Spider-Man team up to take down Carnage would be awesome. It would be awesome to see them kind of at odds first and then take him down together. That would be really cool. So those are my quick thoughts on Venom. If you've already seen it or if you plan to see it, tell me down below what you think or what you are excited about seeing in the movie. I really enjoyed it, and I think if you're a Venom fan and a comic book fan, you should definitely go check it out. It's a matinee movie. It's rated PG-13, so that they didn't get that R rating, but it's a hard PG-13. There's some curse words. Venom eats, I think, like 3 people, and so, but kids can see it. There's no blood, there's no graphic violence, so, it should be okay. So, thank you so much for watching. I think the movie is great. I think you should go see it, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a common fan.
No, no, no.